Yo, today I'm playing as France. I've been trying to figure out what the best France strategy is over the last couple of days, and I think I found what the best opening strategy is. Unfortunately, my goal of trying to get a PU on Carlos Spain did not appear to be possible, but to be honest, it wasn't actually that good, because even in the best case scenario, you would have only been able to PU them in like the 1890s. Editing Connor here to say I actually do end up getting the PU, but it is not a 100% consistent thing. I'm going to go for water tube boiler into quinine into nationalism for my opening text. For construction, I'm going to build up some construction in Rhone and Alsace-Lorraine. Increase taxes, lower government wages, put in a consumption tax. Trying to get as much money as possible for all of our construction. I'm going to declare some interests, which we're going to need on various places. Now, what I'm going to do is start signing treaties with a lot of countries because I want to get them into my power block with a sovereign empire. It's going to be pretty nice. I did check, and unfortunately, the cultures you get from natural borders do not go in the right order, so you can't cultural commonwealth into Central Europe, pretty unfortunately. And yeah, I'm going to try to get a ton of countries into my power block. New Granada, Venezuela, who else do we start out with interest in? Mexico, Papal States, Sardinia, Piedmont, Switzerland, all sorts of countries. We're going to be trying to get into our block. Sardinia, Piedmont, we want to get an obligation from for the Treaty of Turin. Then we do need to get some rivalries for influence. I'm going to rival Prussia, the Ottomans, and Russia. Then I'm going to improve relations with Austria, Switzerland, the United Kingdom, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Or let's actually not do Switzerland. I think this is pretty good. And there is actually one more treaty we want to sign, which is with Spain. Because we don't want Spain to win, we want Carlos Spain to win instead. And to do that, what we're going to do is a pretty simple treaty with Spain. We're going to take all of their small arms, and we're going to ban them from trading small arms. And then we're going to have to do some stuff to get them to accept this treaty. Okay, I think we need to give them 1,500. And then they'll accept that. The reason it goes up so much with such a little acceptance for that, by the way, is that they lose their treaty is unfair modifier. -42 right now from that. And I think we are now ready to unpause. The plan for the starting war is going to require us to have our starting interests come in. And then we can declare it. We get pretenders to the throne. We're going to support Bonapartist pretenders. There's a plan for this, but it's not actually that important. It's just a little bit important. What we want to do is get a leader of the rural folk that we can make into a Bonapartist, because that is going to help us out with, what's it called? We want to get natural borders, and we want to have a powerful interest group that supports it for that. So the rural folk being a Bonapartist is going to be our best bet. Right now it's 84% legitimist, but we will be able to get something to fix that. This Luddite looks like a good option. Let me just quickly make sure that Luddite is not in the list of ideologies. Yes, Luddite is not in the list of ideologies that we cannot convert. So we're going to grab this person, then we're going to bolster the peasant movement. And we're going to wait till this can get up to pressuring the rural folk. Oh, I did not declare my war immediately. Oops. I'm going to declare on Bolivia. And we'll add in some more goals to make them a little bit more likely to just back down. It doesn't really matter, but we would prefer it if they just backed down. The peasant movement has already started pressuring the rural folk, so we can now bring this into government, grant leadership, then sway to Bonapartism. Very good. Now we just need to start enacting autocracy. This is going to make the radical movement pretty mad, and that's going to trigger the provisional government, which makes us a republic with parliamentary republic, which is pretty nice. Now we have our Bonapartist as well, which is going to win next election easily. Super easy win of the next election because we are on universal suffrage, so the rural folk will get so much clout. Now we get the Red Spring. We're going to try to get the counter-revolution to win, I believe. So that's going to mean we want to put the landowners in government. Anyway, we just want the counter-revolution to win because it will give us some good stuff. We also get Springtime of the Peoples happening here. Counter-revolution will let us deal with a lot of the radicalism from this. I think it's like 10% radicalism, or 10% loyalists we get, which is pretty nice. We don't want to make pops radical, that's for sure. Who's this pop? I guess the intelligentsia. We're fine with giving them popularity. I should mobilize an army to get ready to invade Bolivia pretty soon. I'll also hire a couple of extra generals so that it can occupy the country a little bit faster once that war begins. Yep. The election has just taken place, and now the rural folk are super legitimate. If I put this in government, will this make us gain more? Oh, okay, that makes it so now we are getting huge counter-revolution progress. Good. We just want the counter-revolution to win. It's going to win pretty quickly. Yeah, just 2 more months. And then we will easily be able to just put in the rural folk to government and be in a very good government with a 50% clout rural folk. Bonapartist makes some of the problems of the rural folk go a little bit away. Like a little bit more good laws, I think, as a Bonapartist. And here we are. The revolution vanquished. 10% loyalists. Now we have more loyalists than radicals, which is great. We can bring the Bonapartist into government. And now we're even gaining some loyalists per month. I'm going to start signing treaties with some of the countries that we did not sign treaties with before because we did not have an interest in their region. I should stop bolstering the peasant movement. That is very unnecessary. I'm going to start passing right to associate because it'll make the rural folk pretty happy. And it will also help with the trade unions, which I think are generally a good interest group. Neither of that stuff that the PB is petitioning for is at all good, so I'm just going to say no to the petition. We do not like this war between Chile and Bolivia. I guess we will just join against Chile. We could just conquer their whole country, but no, we'll just support Bolivia. Oh wait, no, we can't. We've got to renegotiate a treaty with Chile real quick. And give them something instead. Like 1500? Oh, we don't have influence. I need to get more influence. Okay, I'll rival... I really don't want to rival Austria, I think. Sweden? I'll rival Sweden, I guess. Do I want to rival the UK? No, I really don't want to rival the UK. I guess I'll rival Brazil. Okay. And then we can vote guarantee, give them trade privileges, military assistance, and then join Bolivia. Brazil did join the war as well. Could maybe try to liberate some stuff from Brazil. I have an interest in them. I guess we need to wait for that to actually appear, though. Mobilize 1 stack for that front, 1 stack for that front, and I'll do 1 stack for this front as well. Actually, we should actually just delete this army. We cannot afford it. Yeah, our budget will be a lot better without it. And then we'll use this army instead. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did actually forget to put war gold against Brazil. It doesn't matter too much. We just wanted to like liberate Amazonia and stuff. Since we triggered Springtime of the Peoples, Prussia is getting a Polish uprising. It's probably gonna fail, but maybe they'll get like a revolution as well. Oh, it looks like they're getting a Protestant traditionalist rev, but it's not actually gonna go to 100%. Unfortunately, we would definitely like to have some revolutions fire, but probably not gonna have anything major fire. Austria's gonna have some secessions, of course. Austria always has secessions. Carlos Spain has just won the civil war in Spain, which is very good. That is what we were hoping to happen, because Carlos Spain is much worse than regular Spain, since they don't have the alliances that regular Spain has, and they're on traditionalism and land-based taxation, meaning that their economy is going to be much worse. We are going to want to invade them for Asturias. I should just white peace with Brazil. That would save me a lot of money in convoys, probably. Right to associate has passed successfully. Great. I can invite some people to my block now. Switzerland doesn't want to join, unfortunately. So the plan to conquer Asturias from Carlos Spain is I'm going to declare to humiliate Cuba. This is going to drag in Spain, and we're going to conquer Asturias. Then we're going to add in some Morghuls to make them not willing to simply back down. I don't know that we want to enforce these. I think we might want to enforce one of the liberates because we want to make them a minor power. I think one of the liberates might be enough to make them a minor power with them being Carla Spain. Regular Spain definitely wouldn't become a minor power from just one of these liberates, but since they have like traditionalism and stuff, I think that that very well might be enough. I should mobilize my armies for the war. That would be pretty good, I think. So send this army back because we need it. Yeah, let's just go on defensive while we wait for the other army to arrive, and then we'll probably do a naval invasion with it. London Conference concludes. I don't actually know what option I picked. I guess the game auto-picked the, what's it called? 24 points, because we have 20 relations with Austria. I think that means the game auto-picked 24 points. No way to know for sure, but it seems like it. Kind of need this army to regain org. Do these armies also lack org? Oh yeah, they do. That's probably why we only have one advantage right now. They should start conscripting, I think, though, anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna start conscripting. Just to make sure we win this war with Carla Spain. Austria and Britain are fighting over Sardinia Piedmont. I'm really not sure which side is gonna win, because Austria's got a border, so they're probably more likely to dedicate troops, but obviously Britain is the stronger country. Hopefully Austria can be victorious. Because otherwise they might like not give us the obligation or something, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they won't. I think it's time to start my naval invasion on Asturias. Let's go. And then I guess I'll also start my attack on the main front. And let's build up some more logging camps. And then some tooling workshops. We're gonna need some tools. Yeah. Also, I want to change the logging camps here to be on prioritize softwood production because it's better. Yeah, it's a lot more money. Because softwood prices in our market are much higher than hardwood prices right now. You can invite Greece and Argentina into the bloc. Switzerland still doesn't want to join. Huh. Yeah, they're just cautious right now. I guess I'll give Switzerland military assistance. That should flip them genial. And then let me invite them to the bloc. Nice. They'll just put cohesion slightly below 50 target, but we can just go vassalization too, I guess. And improve relations with Bolivia, actually. That'll help out too. Got a new company slot. I'll pick up French foods, give that a food industry monopoly. Our naval invasion has failed, unfortunately. I think I'll just give it a shot again. Yeah, we've got to just try again, I think. Wow. This war is not quite going as good as we need it to. Maybe we win this naval invasion, though. I mean, it looks like we are, right? Yeah. Oh, bro, I had to not have enough org. That would explain why we were losing on the main front. The military is costing me a lot of money right now. I really need to finish this war so I can stop paying so much money for the military. It should be over pretty soon. Don't worry, right? Yeah, it'll be over soon. We definitely want the rural folk to get more momentum. At least I think we do. It is going to be a pain later on, but for now, we love the rural folk. Okay, I'm gonna conquer Asturias and liberate Andalusia. I think that's the least impactful country to get liberated for. Yeah, like this state is not that important. It only has 4 iron. I guess it does have some sulfur, actually. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we care about this state less, because that 44 sulfur is kind of significant. Okay, actually I'm gonna liberate Catalonia. Let's just do that. Pretty nice. Now we're gonna start improving relations with Carlos Spain. Our relations are awful right now, but we want to try to get them up to eventually power block them along with Catalonia. We already get the new Colossus journal entry. That's pretty nice. We are going to need multiculturalism to actually complete this, of course. But yeah, we already have it. Looks like banning slavery kind of hard. Unfortunately, the rural folk don't support banning slavery. Would definitely like it if the rural folk would support that. I think I'm going to bring in the trade unions to try to ban slavery. We can like negotiate with the church, give them political concessions, try to ban slavery that way. It seems pretty good. I'm going to conquer Lorenzo Marx, because that's going to be a good state to expand into Africa in. We need something to spend our infamy on. So that seems pretty good as a thing. Also, I'm going to sign a new treaty with Sardinia Piedmont because, yeah, they left the bloc because I guess the revolution ended up being victorious. So I'll just do a treaty like that and try to make sure we get them into the bloc. We also want to get Belgium in. They're going to need military assistance for Belgium. That should flip their attitude, so we can now do everything else like that. Great. Now we have almost 200 leverage trend on Belgium, which is pretty solid. Slavery ban pass is not going very well. I'm going to instead just go public health insurance right now. That's a law we really would like to get to help us out with pop growth and stuff. I guess that also reminds me I should build up some government administrations everywhere that tax capacity is low, because I want to get bureaucracy for public health insurance, and I want to swap off of standardized filing system onto the previous bureaucracy PM because it's actually much more efficient. I'm going to use autonomy on Bolivia so that Peru doesn't like declare independence from them and stuff. Good to have Bolivia as a puppet so that there's no like double puppet stuff. Also, of course, since we have so few other subjects right now, it's good to not have to increase a ton of other people's liberties there. Once we start subjugating other people, it's a little bit more risky to reduce people's autonomy. Got Britain to 20 relations. I'm going to temporarily cancel improving because I'm trying to get as much of an influence surplus as possible to get my leverage on Belgium to over 200. It's pretty tough. Also, I should probably look for cautious characters now. Looks like there's no cautious character we can have yet. Are there any that have spawned at all yet? Nah, doesn't look like it yet. I'm going to be trying to look through here every few years and see if we see any cautious characters, because if so, they would be very useful. Past public health insurance, I'll start leveling that up to level 2. Looking at all of our characters to make sure none of them are cautious, and yeah, it does appear that none of them are cautious at the moment. Slowly building up more government administrations so that we can swap down this PM to filing cabinets, which is much, much more efficient. Okay, we can finally go, all filing cabinets. Great. Even have a little bit overkill of government administrations here, really. Only need that many built. Yeah. And we can focus more on other things. Are the railways being subsidized? They are not all being subsidized. That would explain. Maybe we still have infra problems there. Alright. Try to build up more logging camps. Those are generally very good buildings. Yeah. Food standardization 1. We can now invite papal states into the bloc. Maybe I should do that, but I don't want to tank my cohesion right before we can get Belgium in, so I guess I'll try to invite both at the same time. Oh, now Belgium's significantly over 200 expected leverage advantage. That's nice. Oh yeah, we're gonna get them 200 in just a couple more weeks. Oh wait, I'm in 0 infamy. No, the great Connor 0 infamy sabotage. It's fine, it's fine. Let's just conquer Ait Abbas. We don't have like the infamy reductions to unrecognized powers, but we don't really have too much stuff we want to conquer from recognized countries. I'm gonna start trying to enact slavery ban again. Hopefully this time we will have more success. Belgium and papal states into the bloc. Here we are. Nationalism is finally going to be done. And that's going to mean we get natural borders of France triggered. This means we can now be fine with the, what's it called, dying. The Bonapartist dying. Our borders must reach the Rhine. Oh, this gives minus 33% infamy decay for 20 years. I kind of forgot it did that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be completing this, surely. The reason I was thinking there is I was thinking maybe we could already have gotten both of these states incorporated and then finish this quicker and then get rid of the infamy decay modifier, but no. It turns out completing this journal entry does not remove it, so yeah, we're just gonna be getting this modifier no matter what, because we are gonna want to eventually form Central Europe, so it's pretty much essential. I'm waiting to invade Prussia to liberate Rhineland because they're about to have a radical civil war, which is taking some of their states in the Rhineland. So for me, I'm going to go for Conquer Galetti. The Prussian Civil War is going on right now. I think this is going to weaken Prussia a pretty good amount. They're in debt a little bit right now. They're going up, 50k debt a week or something. That's like a lot, kind of. I don't think I want to join the Civil War because then we get a truce with Prussia. Unless you win, but I don't think that's that important, really. Because Prussia's they're not like a minor power or anything, so we can't subjugate them. I don't think there's really too much we can gain. Slavery ban is not going well again, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to sign a treaty with Bavaria. So if I can get Bavaria in my block, that'll be nice. Yeah, we can steal Bavaria away from Prussia. I guess I should also try to take Denmark, or we might as well just go for a bunch of people. I should actually subjugate people though. Yeah, let's subjugate our first country of Mexico. I'll probably need to build up some ports, because yeah, we are running a bit of a convoy shortage. For now, I guess I can just make sure all my ports are on cargo and subsidized. I'm gonna ally with Austria so that we can invade Prussia and liberate the Rhineland. We're gonna need to change our government, I guess. Yeah, I think if we change our government, we should be able to get Austria to join us. Let's just kill our government like this, and we should, yes, be able to get Austria to join us, as well as the Netherlands. So we'll invite both of them to our side. Austria, and then the Netherlands. Okay, then I will liberate Pomerania, and Poland, I guess. Yeah. That seems like pretty solid war goals. And then we'll just mobilize both of these armies, put them on that front, and then mobilize the Algeria army and put it on that front. This shouldn't be too bad of a war. Austria is probably going to be losing on their front, but we should win so much on the Netherlands front. It doesn't really matter. This war actually did make me sit at 0 infamy. Oops. I'll deck Transvaal next. We don't actually have a connection to them quite yet, but we can get one pretty easily. We've made this one joint front by taking over North Rhine. Okay. Yeah, we should be sort of destroying the troops here. We need to... Oh, looks like a bunch of armies went onto the wrong front. We want them to be on the Brunswick front over here. And then, yeah, we need to get Prussia out of this war before Austria caps. Minus 10 infamy? Easy minus 10 infamy. Surely Spain wouldn't join against me if I deck this war. Surely, let's take that minus 10 infamy. They accept. Very nice. It doesn't even cancel the obligation. We do need that obligation. I'm trying to improve relations with Sardinia Piedmont now, so we can get them up to 50. We got Brandenburg, which actually merged the fronts, which is nice. Although when Prussia caps, Austria is going to be able to start capping too, so we need to take a state from Russia early on as soon as Prussia leaves the war. They can join Switzerland in their civil war or become protectorate. Okay, Prussia is just capped out of the war. Now I should sign a treaty with the Rhineland. Try to get them in the block as soon as possible so we can form Confederation of the Rhine and annex Belgium and Rhine stuff with that. Okay, we got Poland occupied. Nice. Liberate Poland now. I'm getting a lot of radicals from low legitimacy. I need to instate a more legitimate government like this. Yeah, that gives me a good amount of loyalists actually, which will be nice. Because yeah, we need to get rid of this radicals problem. We do have healthcare 3, so we should not have too bad of radicalism. Looks like we're gonna cut off the British. Oh no, we're not. Oh, the British got quinine. That's sad. Just in time, so we can't cut them off in South Cameroon. Yeah, unfortunate. Oh, Prussia's a minor power? That's pretty nice. I should start improving relations with them, actually. Yeah, hopefully they're going to bankrupt. Since they're a minor power, their interest rate should be pretty high, so they actually have a pretty solid chance of going bankrupt here. And, yeah, if they end up going bankrupt, that should make them even maybe an insignificant power. Looks like the reason they're a minor power is because they deleted a huge fraction of their army, probably trying to avoid bankruptcy. How close are we to incorporating, Asturias? We're 5 years away, so I think we can afford going food 3 here for the extra SOL to avoid radicals instead of going companies 3, or instead of going companies 2 to be able to go companies 3 faster, I mean. Okay, we're over 80 cohesion right now. That's pretty nice for getting Rhineland into the block as fast as possible. Denmark requests to join. Hopefully that doesn't bring cohesion below 80. No, it does. Okay. I guess with the Zollverein dissolved, I should actually be trying to get a lot more people in my block. I would like to get Baden. Looks like they don't want to join my block, though. Maybe we can get Hesse. Just want to get as many people as we can into the block. At least we want to get Hesse so that we can connect to Bavaria and not just have it be 0 market access. That would be nice. Rhineland is over 200 leverage. Belgium is way too close to getting major power status. It seems like they are a lot less consistently getting to major power status since 1.12. but they are still gonna get it, so we're gonna prevent them by subjugating them. That is gonna tank our cohesion, though. Bavaria gets to join the bloc, as well as Hesse. Yeah, they're in the bloc now. Very nice. I guess I should now start subjugating people on cooldown again for a little bit, like papal states, to get our cohesion back up, because we're losing a lot of cohesion from independent bloc members right now. Catalonia is getting attacked by Spain right now. I'm gonna sign a defensive pact with Catalonia and then subjugate them, I guess. This is gonna hurt our relation to Spain, probably, but it is what it is. We cannot be letting Spain stay a major power. We gotta make them weaker. And letting them reclaim Catalonia would not be following that goal. Oh yeah, I should actually use the Treaty of Turin. Let's instead incorporate this stuff. I'm kind of low on infamy. What do I want to attack? I don't really know. Maybe we just go for Baden Protectorate, really. Baden Protectorate seems kind of okay. No, they're actually liking me now. So that makes less sense at this point. We get actually 4 weeks away from civilizing mission. Okay, well, I really should have been toggling between this and steel frame buildings, but it's fine. Yeah, we can just research civilizing mission and then invade Mascara. Okay, with civilizing mission, we can now invade Mascara for 19 infamy. Nice. By the way, I have no idea why I'm not, like, having fronts in this war. Like, this front should be longer, and also there should be a separate front for Asturias, but I don't know, they're just not there. I'm gonna start trying to get Prussia in the bloc. Just giving them military assistance. That should flip attitude. Oh, it didn't quite flip attitude. It made them cautious, though, so that's probably... Okay, it's not good enough to get a power block embassy on them. I guess it's just because their cohesion is low, sort of, though. How much leverage did Britain have on them? Only 1,300, so we can probably... I mean, we can get significantly more than 1,300. Probably need to, like, humiliate Britain or war where we take East India Company to be sure. Oh yeah, speaking of East India Company, let's see if we have any... Okay. That's good. Except that the PB have no clout. So, I think what we need to do is we need to get an agitator slot. Then, we need to make the positivist movement start a civil war. So we need to pass something that it really likes and then cancel it. Which, that's gonna mean... Or maybe we can pass something it really hates, like hereditary bureaucrats. Can we get the landowners in government real quick? And then start passing hereditary bureaucrats. That's going to make the positivist movement really mad, which is going to trigger civil war, which we can resign to. And then pass technocracy. I think we're fine with giving the rural folk no clout anymore. Yeah, we're fine with this. And now the PB are demarginalized. So we can invite Charles Dickens, which is a super good character, and then grant him leadership. And now, France is the only country that can do this. Yeah, this is just like a parliamentary state now. It's just like how our parliamentary technocracy, only France can do it. Unfortunately, our PB are not quite strong enough to like get a lot of clout out of this. We can probably promote all of our PB generals, and that'll help out a little bit. I mean, he's a general in our country already? That's interesting. Do that. This is pretty illegitimate. Yeah, that's unfortunate that this is really not legitimate. We need a stronger petite bourgeoisie. That's not going to be too easy to obtain, I think. No, actually, it won't be that bad. What we can do is conquer Beijing for the monument. That'll help out a lot with legitimacy. Yeah, this is very nice to have this character in charge. He's only 39, so we'll have him as our ruler for a while. And yeah, he's gonna carry our infamy, making it so much cheaper for everything. Yeah, we'll cancel hereditary bureaucrats. And yeah, it's unfortunate we are an illegitimate government right now, but we will be able to fix it. It's all fine. Just go companies 3 for now. And then, yeah, we're still 33 months away from Asturias. We have 4 company slots? Okay. I guess I'll do Metalworks. Get that tooling company going. Also, I'm actually going to disband Dolphus Mieg at Sea and replace it with French Home Goods. Because that seems like a company we're actually going to want to keep long term. Yeah. Oh, right. The reason we have 4 company slots is technocracy. We've now completed the conquest of Algeria, giving us the proclamation of Algiers, giving us some claims. I don't know, none of these modifiers matter too much. Guess I'll take the loyalists, very slight. Get a couple of claims. I think this used to give claims on Morocco, but it does not give claims on Morocco anymore. We've got so much radicals right now, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, trying to subjugate Rhineland next. Do you really want to clear out all these radicals that we have? Don't know exactly what we can do. It seems like our minus 90% political strength that we were going to apply did not actually apply. Rhineland got into a civil war, so I'm going to do a defensive pact. And then we should be able to subjugate them. Nice. Yeah, we get a good old subjugate on Rhineland, which will mean once this civil war is over, we can form Confederation of the Rhine, which will annex all the territory that we need. Or no, actually, we need this from Bavaria if we want to complete the journal. I guess we actually have to wait to subjugate Bavaria. Dang, I forgot about that. Unless we can... Might actually just better take this from them. Okay, yeah, actually we can. So I'll just do that real quick. Take the Rhineland from Bavaria. Start incorporating it. I'm gonna organize the Confederation of the Rhine now. And then we can take French power expands ever eastwards. Annexing the Rhineland, North Rhine, Wallonia, and Flanders. Which is pretty nice. Once all of these are done incorporating, we can get some new primary cultures. Also have this subject, Confederation of the Rhine here. Would have been nice kind of to include Netherlands in it, but we didn't. How much does the Netherlands value their subject of Dutch East Indies? Is there any chance we could maybe transfer that from them? Let's see. Probably not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be possible right now. We really want it to be like 300 or so value, and then it becomes a whole lot easier to get it. I just don't think we quite have enough right now. I mean, it's really quite close, but it's just not quite going to be enough. Yeah, if we do everything, we can probably get within like 50 acceptance, but I don't think we can quite get there. Actually, I forgot that we had the ability to transfer states. So I've offered them my 3 states that they care about. Or they also care about, oh, they care about Flanders so much. We could just give them Flanders, but we're not going to give them Flanders. We're going to offer them an obligation, and hopefully they'll accept this deal. Yep, we take the Dutch East Indies. Nice. And that should help reduce the Netherlands down to being a minor power. We did give them the Ivory Coast, but it's really not that much we gave up for what we got, in my opinion. I mean, I think that it's probably pretty much unquestionable that that's a good trade, right? I'm gonna start colonizing over here in the Sahara. It seems like a good place to colonize. They're still in Sick Man of Europe for now, but they reclaimed Syria, so they're probably gonna successfully complete Sick Man of Europe, unfortunately. Probably should have tried to stop that. Yeah. I'm gonna reduce autonomy on the Confederation of the Rhine, and then I will start subjugating some people. Yeah, we can't subjugate in Germany yet, but I'll subjugate Venezuela. Oh, New Granada left the block. Yeah, that's why we need to subjugate these people so they can't leave the block. I think it's a good time to start building up some universities. I will build them in Champagne. Do 50 stack. That'll get me up to max innovation, which will help out a lot. Asturias. Now we can establish the Duro y Campania. Oh, I forgot to build the 5 coal mines. No. Okay, well, it's not too big of a loss. I'm generating so many radicals. I should probably try to conquer Beijing pretty soon here. Yeah, I just declared an interest in North China recently. Oh, I should declare a lot more interest. I have a lot more strategic interests that I can declare now that I've got so many native interests everywhere. So declare like this, and that'll be a lot better. Yeah, and then we can use in all these interests, deck China. like right after. That'll get me like to 30 legitimacy, which is gonna probably cut the amount of radicals we're gaining a lot. Although I think it'll still be a number, which is not great. China's army looks to be... I mean, the fact that they're seeing 19 defense makes me think that, yeah, they do have line infantry. So that's probably gonna be kind of hard to land. We can call Russia to our side, potentially. They want transfer Bolivia. I'm not giving them transfer Bolivia. I will give Austria something. I guess I'll just call ally on Austria. That's probably gonna be best. Wait, Russia joined China? What? Okay, that's weird. They joined for investment rights in the French East Indies. Huh. Okay, that is definitely not what I expected. Well, I guess I'm gonna liberate Ukraine. Should I enforce military access on Russia? It's probably gonna be quite a bit of infamy. Yeah, 14 infamy, so it's not really worth it. We could open Chinese market. It's only 2.3 infamy. So I think I'll do it. If we do that, like we can potentially force them to open borders or something, and we remove the tax capacity bonus. I can do this government for a little bit more legitimacy, which is nice. That cuts the radicals down a little bit. The main front over here is not looking great for us. So I'm gonna go defense there. Oh wait, we should establish Duravi Campania. Yeah, we got it now. And we can do industry charter logging camps. But we're gonna need more authority. So I will remove my consumption taxes so that I have that authority. Oh right, my treaty with the Dutch. Okay. I'm gonna naval invade into Beijing, because the troops they still have in North China are irregulars, so I think we can win the naval invasion into Beijing. Oh, Spain's down to being a minor power. That's very good. Wow, Austria has so much leverage on them. Well, we want to try to get leverage on them. They really don't want to give me a power block embassy right now, which is fair enough, because my block is pretty low on cohesion. We just do like that. Gets me to 1896. Yeah, we're pretty close in leverage. Once we get to 80 cohesion, we'll probably be higher. Not that we're gonna hit 80 cohesion soon anyway, actually. Because I gotta subjugate more people. Probably Hesse is who I should subjugate next. We can expand Confederation of the Rhine. Yeah. Subjugate Hesse. Expand Confederation. Just unlocked steel frame buildings. I'm gonna swap that up a little bit. But we're gonna need to prepare to do the full swap up to steel frame buildings, that's for sure. Don't have the explosives and stuff prepared, really. Oh, they sent back a ton of troops. Now we're winning over here because they sent back so many troops to deal with my naval invasion. Wow. I think the usefulness of this treaty with Austria is over. So I will cancel the treaty, get some more influence back, and be ready to attack Austria later on, because we are gonna want to attack them eventually, I think. Although maybe we will want to try to treaty to take Hungary or something first. But anyway, breaking the treaty is going to be nice so we can like re-sign an alliance with them for more treaty acceptance or something. Oh, Austria is like about to cap out of this war. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Okay. I guess we're going to go back to deal with these naval invasions. And just, yeah, we're not going to be able to cap Russia, I think, unfortunately, because of that. We're going to need to like make a bigger navy or something. Okay. Maybe we need to get military access through Austria. Let's ask them for military access. They do accept. Okay. So once they cap out of the war, we can try to re-naval invade or re-land invade into like Kiev, maybe. I'm gonna start an invasion into Lithuania because I got a military access through Prussia. I thought I just signed a treaty for military access through Prussia. What? Okay, I don't know why you can't see it, but I promise you that I tried to sign a military access treaty through Prussia. And now we're going up here. So I can invade, because Austria is about to leave the war, right? So we can't really be relying on that thing to capitulate out Russia. Oh, that government got so illegitimate all of a sudden. Okay, I'm swapping governments. Okay, we're getting back into Kiev, which is going to be good. I mean, we can cap Russia out of the war, and then from there, think it'll be significantly easier to deal with China. And Russia is now capitulated. Great. I'm gonna demobilize this army now, because it's costing too much money. And it's too big to do a naval invasion anyway. Then I'm gonna make this all into one big ship thing. And then, we usually like to disband some of these armies to get kind of one big one. Okay. Yeah, we wanna, maybe I shouldn't be conscripting. Let's not add too many conscripts. So yeah, we want to keep this at a reasonable level. And then, I want to build up some ports so that we can get more convoys. I really should not be building ports in areas with low construction efficiency if possible. Yeah, we're gonna want to probably naval invade Korea, because I imagine China is gonna have way too many troops on each of the strategic regions. Korea will probably be a little bit easier to land, although my guess is it's still gonna be kind of hard to land. We shall see, though. Let's go for an invasion of Yangnam. Apparently, China has decided that most of their army should go in the Central Asia HQ, so actually maybe we can do a naval invasion directly on Beijing. It is, really weird. Okay, doing that has actually made them move over their armies, but let's give this a shot, actually. Let's just see how invading Beijing goes. A bunch of their armies don't actually have org, so maybe we stand a... No, we don't stand a chance. What do we do? Uh, can we naval invade, like, Yangtze without them putting all of their armies there? If so, then that's going to be our best bet, probably. If not, I'm not really sure what we do. No, they can move everything over to Yangtze. Hmm. Might need to ally, like, Dainan. And then that way, we can get, or we'll have military access through countries we ally. And we can invade into, like, Western Guangdong with a land invasion, which is without the penalty. Oh, yeah, we have to actually put our troops in Dainan for it to let us do that, I think. I should declare a war against an unrecognized country, not realizing we did not have Colonial Offices 3. Oops, I should level up Colonial Offices and the Colonial Affairs Institution. I'm starting my land invasion down here. I should actually wait for 100 org to start, otherwise we are going to have some problems, for sure. Also, I should bring over my other army here. Yeah. Wow, I have so many I have such a big convoy shortage to bring that army over. Okay, that is actually like a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I need to build a lot of ports here to try to solve that. Huh, that's actually a huge issue, yeah. I've got a beachhead established over here in China. I guess I'll invade Sintang. We've got like an assassination plot going against our ruler right now, and we need to prevent that. So we're gonna quickly do this, and that makes the assassination go away. And also it lets us have less radicals, so that's good. Yeah. Oh, we can renegotiate our treaty with the Dutch. Let's withdraw, create a new one. This time we're trying to get leverage on them. We can get them in the block. That is going to be good. I should probably go for Prussia in the block also. Although I don't know that I want to get investment rights in Prussia. That would potentially help them get up to major power status again. Okay, we're trending towards 150 leverage on Prussia. That's pretty solid. Right now they're pretty far away from major power. Wow, why is everything so illegitimate? This is quite insane. Uh, I guess I do this government. Yeah. I was in Manchuria, but they unoccupied that from me somehow, even though already own 75% of it still. But anyway, we're gonna get into Beijing because somehow we already owned 50% of it or something before the naval invasion started. So yeah, now we have China finally capitulating. It was a pretty long war, but we're gonna get Beijing to help out our legitimacy. Currently, we're getting 117,000 radicals a month. I think that's gonna go down a lot with this in force. Did we get China in any debt? 11 million. That's pretty nice. Yeah, now we're in 34 legitimacy, which is a little bit better. And quite a bit of that's going to be from this. Yeah, plus 17. By the way, the reason our legitimacy is so bad is partially because parliamentary republic is supposed to give you legitimacy based on votes, but we don't have votes because we're a technocracy. So yeah, it's pretty tough. Oh, we can see Oman ended up keeping this part of the country, but I'm gonna annex Witu, and I believe that's gonna give me Zanzibar. And if we colonize into the stuff, it will at least something like that. I'll start colonizing in here, like Rift Valley, Uganda. I can't colonize anywhere else apparently. Portugal cut me off. Yeah, I guess I'll have to like conquer Tungi or something. Oh, I forgot to start incorporating these three states here. We should be incorporating these. Looks like China is probably debt spiraling, which is very good for us. Definitely want China to debt spiral so we can subjugate them eventually. I'm gonna ask for investment rights from Prussia. It's gonna make, yeah, it's making me a little scared, but no, they're not gonna reach major power. We just need to do this so we can get 200 leverage on them. Netherlands, is there anything I can do to get more leverage on the Netherlands? Military assistance, okay. Let's get that up to 200. We need it. Yeah. Subjugating Prussia is going to be pretty nice. We're very much on track, I think, right now for a very good run. Getting Prussia in the block in like 1863, or maybe just before it. Yeah, okay. I should have looked to check if they were going to be guaranteed to accept, but I just clicked it too fast to see. I'm going to try to hire generals to get the PB and industrialists above 20% clout, because I want to get that giant bonus from getting the industrialists to happy powerful of 20% state construction efficiency. Since I'm building in a lot of areas with turmoil right now, especially, it's going to be useful. I should also level up the policing institution. Yeah, that's probably going to be pretty important. Let's go everywhere that has a little bit of tax capacity issues, build up some government administrations. And then, yeah, I'm looking for PB and industrialist generals. Okay, well, actually, we don't need to get the PB to 20% clout. As long as they don't reform the government, we're fine. So we need to do something to make the industrialists, like, plus 10 happy. What would make the industrialists plus 10 happy? Free trade? Free trade. Okay, I'll go free trade. That'll make the industrialists give us this amazing modifier. Oh, we're cold relations, Britain. Okay, I'm just gonna rival them for the influence. That's gonna be pretty useful to have a bunch of extra influence. I think I'll start trying to sign treaties with a bunch of more countries in Germany, because we want to get them into our power block. I'm going to remove taking investment rights in Spain, because I don't want to accidentally keep them a major power. Oh, we can do the swap up to steel frame buildings fully now. That'll be good. Looks like we're running a little bit of a glass shortage. So I'll try to build up some glass somewhere. It has a lot of peasants that it can do good. Normandy. Invite the Netherlands into the block. Nice. I should try to improve relations with Brazil, because they're down to being a minor power. Getting them in the block would be pretty nice. Get all this Amazon stuff. Can get lots of rubber there. I can reduce a couple of people's autonomy, because our highest liberty our subject is only 41. French East India Company, sorry, French East Indies and Sardinia Piedmont seem like two reasonable countries to reduce autonomy on. I can invite loads of new countries into the block. This is probably going to kind of tank cohesion. I should not have invited Basuto land. I'm actually going to like insta-kick them from the block. Yeah, I did not mean to invite Basuto land. Württemberg doesn't want to join. Can we get Württemberg to join? Let's see. Oh, they're kind of likely to accept this. No? Okay. Trade privileges? Or we can give them transit rights. Yeah, that's gonna be the best option. I'm at 0 infamy. Okay, I guess I'll go for Buganda. It seems like a decent war. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I forgot to actually deal with Marina Kingdom. Oops, I should probably actually end that war. What was I planning on doing? I'm trying to remember what I was planning on doing. Oh yes, trying to get Württemberg into the block. Okay. Here we go. Württemberg into the block. Now I'm gonna subjugate Papal States and try to keep cohesion above 50, or cohesion target above 50. Unfortunately, I think the Zanzibar content is broken. I think we should have gotten them annexed by now, so we gotta annex them manually. I think it got broken by the Russians having this bit of it technically as a subject or whatever. Unfortunately. Yeah, in theory, if you don't have Russia subjugate Oman, then this can work and free Zanzibar, except for like this little island or something. They keep that. Russia's going for Pomerania. All right. I think that we want to support them. Hmm. What do we want to do? Can we support Prussia really here? We would want to like take on their debt, I think, to improve relations. Or maybe we can actually just improve relations to plus 80 in time. Hmm. Yeah, maybe relations will just get up to plus 80 for us to be able to join them. I would ideally not like to change my government because then I will get the industrialists as my leader, which I really don't want to happen. I'm just going to declare a random war, I think. Real quick. Oh, did Prussia just back down or something? Looks like it. Britain was invading the French East Indies, so I had to join them. I guess it's time to research multilateral alliances and go for India. Yeah, we need to go take over India. All right. I'll try to keep some troops at home, I guess. Or no, let's just put some troops over here in this front. Hmm. Yeah, this war's gonna be a little tough probably, but we should be able to win it. Take over India, which will be very nice. We just need to research multilateral alliances real quick. Then we can go back to human rights. Trying to get multiculturalism, of course. See, now we can transfer the Dominion of India for a mere 66 infamy with the power of cautious literary. And then I think that's pretty much all we want to do, yeah. Okay. I should maybe go for shrapnel artillery. Shrapnel artillery would be pretty nice for this war. Yeah, I'm gonna go for shrapnel artillery. And I mean, it's probably gonna be too late for this war, to be honest. No, let's go human rights first. We'll go shrapnel artillery next. And we'll just accept that that's gonna be what we use for future wars. I'm gonna build up a bunch of ports because I want to get convoys for this war, and then also I want to get a lot of troops. Yeah, let's start building troops for this war because we're probably gonna need them. I don't know if I need them, but we're gonna want them. Can I get the industrialists back to being very happy? Let's pass colonial exploitation. That'll make them happy. Well, my troops did not arrive in Carnatic in time. I'm gonna bring this naval, or yeah, we're gonna naval invade West Bengal. That's the plan. They're gonna like land here, which is not great. Don't think we quite arrive in time to stop them from landing. Yeah. Well, we're gonna try our best to hold the landing to be contained and land in West Bengal, of course. Yeah, we need to land in West Bengal. I don't know why we're having supply issues. I guess they convoy raiding us, even though we have enough convoys, it still does give penalties, yeah. Oh, I need to land in like a Arakan or something. Hmm. This is unfortunate. Maybe it's easier to just land in London, to be honest. London seems easier. I'm gonna try to land London. Let's let the ironclads upgrade. Okay, I'm actually gonna try landing Arakan instead of going for London. London seems like a reasonable choice too, but I changed my mind. Um, Interesting. The Ottomans are trying to get Hungarian independence. Hmm. Okay, a little weak in Austria, and we definitely want Austria weakened. So it's good in that aspect. Okay, are we gonna be able to land Arakan successfully? We shall see. There's 28 troops guarding it, supposedly. Oh, but only 8 are actually here right now. So yeah, we should be able to land Arakan. Hopefully. And then from there, push into West Bengal. We'll see. Okay, I got into Arakan. Now it's time for the push to West Bengal. I should actually use this army to just land West Bengal instead of having it come back to defend. Yeah. Oh, huge British fleet to stop us from landing West Bengal. Okay. I guess I'll try to land London instead then. And land in the lowlands. We're gonna get into England's capital from this war. Please. I'm gonna put a naval invasion on London. with this army to distract some troops and stuff. Yeah, we need to get into London. Or we can just get in with this army if everything's still focused on that front. Yeah, that seems like that's a very big possibility right now. Okay, we take it. No, don't go to the northern front, that's bad. Oh, okay, we're kind of just getting into London. Great. Come on. They're like 25 days away with their good stack. Surely we can just get into London in 25 days, right? Looks like we maybe not. Hmm. I'm spending a little bit to defend the north here, because we need that. Yeah. Please get me into London. Oh no, we failed the final battle. So sad. But we keep 76% occupation on it, which is good. Oh wait, can I just like restart a naval invasion now? Okay, well that'll be useful if we can just restart a naval invasion. So this time with 76% occupation. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna work. And we're gonna get in to London. Oh, that battle actually might stop us from getting in. Come on. Come on. We got this. There we go. Sure we win this before we lose this. No, no, we're not gonna. Or are we? Oh, did we? Yes, we did. Amazing. What just happened? Something happened. I got a pop-up, but I don't know. Oh, it's colonial exploitation, right. Um, I would really like prop tax or something. Is there any way we could get prop tax? I don't think so, really. Hmm. Oh, we need to ban slavery. Yeah, we really need to ban slavery so we can get multiculturalism. Let's start trying to enact slavery ban. Okay, we can now make a peace offer. Um, we will give Britain, hmm, transfer Jambi? No. We'll give them transfer Sambas and Belungan. Yeah, that seems fair. And now we have the Dominion of India, but it's French. Let's change its language of administration. That way we get the fervor penalty gone. Oh, we get the natural borders of France. Very nice. We can either get 75% assimilation for 20 years, which is actually a huge source of assimilation, but no, we're gonna take all the new primary cultures, which are gonna be pretty nice. We can now subjugate Prussia, and oh yeah, our power block has like zero cohesion, but I'm gonna expand the Confederation real quick, adding in all of Prussia to the Confederation of the Rhine. Yeah, we gotta improve relations with East India Company before we can do more. Unfortunately, that's gonna leave our cohesion low for a long time. I'm gonna replace the intelligentsia with the church, because I think that I can probably negotiate with them. Yeah, give them political concessions. Oh, that makes the industrialists no longer willing to negotiate with me? Hmm. Unfortunately, I should have done that in the other order, I guess, then. Yeah, we're just trying to pass slavery ban here. I'm gonna go up to very high taxes and put on a consumption tax on transportation. Just trying to get as much money as I can here. Yeah, we need a lot of money so we can expand construction and stuff. The East India Company being in our market is pretty nice. I should probably start building a ton of banana plantations in them. Because, yeah, they're pretty profitable. Like, really profitable. Let's build 100 banana plantations. What could possibly go wrong? An uprising in China. I had to lower taxes to prevent this coup from firing. This coup is way too close to firing. Yeah. People are leaving the block because I have such low cohesion. Okay, we are going to get above 20 soon to hopefully stem everyone from leaving the block, which is going to be good. Yeah. Gotta improve relations with the Dominion of India back to 0. Austria. I'm gonna get some stuff with Austria because they have dropped down to being a minor power, so we want to get them in the block. I'm gonna quickly replace colonial offices with creative legislature because I want to try to pass slavery ban, and I'm hoping this will help us out with it. Oh, I can't use Confederation of the Rhine anymore. That's pretty unfortunate, but I will still keep on subjugating people because that will still reduce my cohesion penalty. Crazy how disloyal Sardinia Piedmont is. They have such a big anti-French lobby. Wow, the rural folk are 75% clout? That's ridiculous. I hate universal suffrage. You have a 100% chance of passing technocracy. Please pass technocracy. Really? My enactment of slavery ban failed? This is so sad. Hmm. Yeah. We're gonna have to try again in another 2 years. That's yeah, the slavery ban enacting this game has not been going too well. Do we have bad relations with like all the countries in India? No, it's just a couple. Okay. Good. Just improve with these couple that are not happy with us. The UK is conquering a lot of the subjects of East India Company. Kind of unfortunate. Yeah. There's a Chinese revolt. I'm gonna support Great Qing. The plan is we're gonna put our troops on the front, but we're gonna put them on no borrow. And this way, with them being on no borrow, let's quickly make sure they're actually on no borrow. I don't I don't know. That's a little bit weird that they're already on no borrow because I don't think they were on no borrow. But plan is to put them on the front so that nobody will advance or defend or yeah, nobody's going to advance on either side, hopefully, because we want Qing to stay and the band of jumping to unrecognized regional. Because if they keep swapping between unrecognized regional and unrecognized power, then that's going to make it so they never drop, basically. I think they need like 40 prestige to be dropping to unrecognized regional instead of unrecognized power. So you can make an argument for trying to drop them to unrecognized power, but I think it's going to be too hard. Oh, I have my troops on attack. Let's not do that. That is not a good idea. Yeah, we need to just get China to be having like 41 prestige or something. That's what they need to start dropping. Yeah. I should build up more construction. Also, I have a lot of PMs to swap up, actually. We have so many PMs to swap up that I actually should have swapped up like a decade ago. Connor would never make such a mistake, except for when he would, which is like always. Oops. I'm gonna give China military assistance. We gotta get their prestige up to like 41. Okay, it's reached 41. I think that's the breakpoint. We can check out insignificant power. Oh, that's not a good insignificant power. Okay, actually 39 is the breakpoint, apparently. So maybe they were already getting it for a while then. That's good. China's prestige is up to 50, so at this point, they should be pretty set on dropping to unrecognized regional, unless they really get into a lot of battle. Their army power reduction is actually 1, so I don't even know how they would drop to unrecognized power at this point. So it's just a matter of waiting till they drop to unrecognized regional. I'm building up some government administrations right now, so that we can level up healthcare. I just got malaria prevention, so I'm gonna start colonizing that. So we should also start colonizing in other places. Wait, what do you mean ongoing native uprising? Oh, there's a native uprising happening there, but it's just no border. We need to fix this bug really badly. Okay, China has dropped to unrecognized regional power. That's good. We need to capitulate out of the war before China does, before the revolt does, and declare for protectorate. Okay, and then we want to put our troops on this front eventually. China's about to win their civil war. Yeah, and now we can protectorate China. I imagine that they're only one progress away from failing fragile unity, so in the meantime, while fighting this, we need to get a connection to India and get some way to reduce India's autonomy, which actually we can probably do with the French East Indies. Oh, Russia has ended up joining this play on the side of China. That is not ideal, but it's actually not like the worst thing ever, I think, because Russia's just not that strong. I think. Where's the capital of China gonna be at? Let's see. The capital of China is in western Guangdong. Okay, well that's pretty far. I'm gonna go for a naval invasion on western Guangdong. I think that we have decent potential doing that. Maybe just like waiting to try to push all the way there, because pushing all the way there seems like it's gonna take a long time. Okay, I managed to land in China's capital, so that's good. Now we're enforcing on them. And we're gonna get Jammu before they get enforced on for sure, for sure. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. Can we get Lombardy as a subject here, potentially? Looks like no. I should probably invite a bunch of people to the block. Can't do too many, though, or else we'll have serious cohesion issues. Do Austria, Pomerania, Württemberg, and Baden. That's gonna probably get us just about 50 cohesion. Yeah. For some reason the front disappeared here. That's pretty weird. Okay, China's now negative war support, so we can get protectorate on China in exchange for investment rights, which is pretty good. Well, what we're gonna need to do now Oh, I'm gonna Diplo play. Oh, okay, it's just a revolt. I mean, I don't love giving up Tanzania, but do I really have a choice? No. Okay. And now I need to grant. Interesting that we can grant a cross like that, so I guess it's not actually needed to have conquered Kashmir. I did not realize that that was a connection. But anyways, we're gonna quickly get China down to puppet status. Like that. Now I guess we need to decide, are we gonna try to annex China right now? I don't think we want to annex China yet. We could, but that our budget I don't think is good enough to annex China right now. So instead, I'm going to give all of China to Korea because Korea should be able to um, handle China. I mean, it's not going to handle it well, but it's not going to turn into a million pieces like China is. So it's better in that way, at least. Okay, I've given China over to Korea just so that we don't have the collapse of China, make it so that we lose all of our territory over here. But we cannot incorporate all this yet. It's going to cost us way, way too much bureaucracy, which we can just not afford right now. Uh, so yeah, we just have to accept that for now. In the meantime, we want to pass slavery ban so that as soon as we conquer China, we can immediately start going for multiculturalism. It's going to be important. Really like to get more consumption taxes going. Looks like opium is a much more efficient consumption tax right now. Um, Yeah, I think these are our best consumption taxes for the moment. So we're going to leave it like that. And I'm just going to try my best to run a reasonable deficit so that we don't go bankrupt or anything, but can still grow our economy. Oh, we're running a pretty good balance. Yeah, let's try to expand construction a lot more. I think that'll be good to get construction up. Okay. We just don't want to have too many radicals, ideally. But we are having quite a few radicals right now, and there's not really much we can do about that. Hopefully we can get slavery banned through relatively quickly. I mean, it's probably not going to be done that fast, but we want to try our best to get it. Oh, we got a labor movement spawned. That's really good. That's really good for passing, like, grad tax or proportional. Proportional will be easier to pass, but grad tax will be a lot more money. Or it's not that much more money, but it'll be slightly better scaling, I think. Maybe we just go prop. We probably just go prop, right? Because it's a lot easier to pass. Less disapproval from the industrialists. Civil War in Brazil. I'm going to join Brazil to try and flip their attitude genial. Give them military assistance to keep the attitude flip more long. I'm going to build up some rubber so we can get a lot of rubber going. That is going to be pretty nice to have rubber going. Probably want to build up like iron mines and then steel. That looks like something we need. We should probably try to get multiculturalism soon. I don't know. We got so many laws we need to pass. Prop tax is probably the most important one, though. Yeah, 500,000 extra income would be huge for our economy. The Papal States annexed two Sicilies. Interesting. I'm going to declare Liberate Mysore against Britain because I want to. But can I really not sway India for like nationalize all East India buildings? Dang, I was really thinking we could do that. That's so surprising that they don't want that. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I wanted to nationalize all of Britain's buildings in the EIC because they have so much ownership. 58 million? Why do they own so much other GDP? I guess like Ottoman Empire and stuff. Okay, well, what I want to do in this war is take over Canada. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of infamy, but I think it's gonna be a pretty decent war. Canada will give us a connection to Michigan and New York and stuff. You want to take Michigan for Ford eventually. Don't love the Ottomans being in this war against us. I think I just have to accept Greece getting occupied. Yeah, I actually do. Should bring some troops over to defend China, though. And, yeah, plan is just to take over Canada, and we should just be able to win this war. I'm gonna call East India coming in this war. Since they have the treaty with Ottomans, they'll probably cancel it from being in this war, which will make their levies go way down. Yeah, so that's gonna be worth doing. And they'll just help us out in this war. I think I'm just gonna naval invade London, and that's gonna be the easiest way to fight this war. I don't know. That seems like the best strategy. Yeah. Oh, all this stuff got occupied? That's really bad. Yeah, we don't love that at all. Dominion of India is invading London? Okay. I'm going for an invasion of West Country since the Dominion of India is going for London. Let's try to hold off this China front as much as possible, I guess. Can I get any rubber from like this south region? No, all my rubber's in the north region that's occupied. How dare they? This is so bad. I do not like this. I need my rubber. I just got into West Country like instantly. I think it's because like they were all in this battle in Portsmouth or something. Okay. Austria's in a civil war. Okay, let's get a defensive pact with Austria and then join them for become subject. That'll be good. Okay, we're not gonna. This naval invasion to London isn't really gonna help. Let's go for Quebec. Try and get into Ontario. Like, I assume that's the capital. Oh, is Quebec the capital? Okay, Quebec is the capital, so that's even better. Yeah. Seems like a good thing to go for. Let's go Zeppelins next, I guess. Or investment banks. I don't know. Probably want to go investment banks, but it could tech spread, I guess. I should invest in a couple of universities. Let's see. Let's go Transvaal. No, no. Languedoc. Let's build up a solid 300 universities here. That'll help us out a little bit. This naval invasion's failing too. Maybe I should go back to London now, because it seems like there isn't any defenders anymore. There might be defenders by the time we get there. Our front in the west of Canada is going pretty well. Maybe I can get military access through the USA. That could help. Let's try to get military access through USA. I could try to just like do a landing on Quebec. Or like a no, it's too long to get there. Slavery banned. Alright. Yeah, we go prop tax for sure. Negotiate with industrialists, political concessions, intelligentsia. No. Okay, we occupied London. So in a couple of days we can send a peace deal to transfer Canada. And yeah, we'll just transfer Canada. Good. Try and weaken the UK a little bit, except it's not really going to weaken them that much. But we get Canada, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we can't change language of administration for some reason. Oh, because they have Franco-Canadian. I'm gonna subjugate Sardinia Piedmont before bloc cohesion gets too low from Canada. Oh, that's pretty nice. Plus 50% labor movement pop attraction. I should just try to get a little bit more. If I can bolster the labor movement, get a little bit more success chance. Oh, a big Indian national movement has fired. Okay. I'll go try to deal with that real quick. See, I'm in negative $1 million balance for some reason. Not really sure why. I don't know what's gone wrong, but something has clearly gone wrong. I hate running negative $1 million. Okay, once we get prop tax, all will be solved. I'm gonna invite Poland into the bloc. It's gonna hurt cohesion a little bit, but it's fine. As we improve relations with Canada, our cohesion should be able to go back up to 50. I guess I'll invite Argentina as well. Proportional taxation is finally passed. It's a miracle. We finally have proportional taxation. This is gonna make all of our buildings much more profitable. So I can swap up to what's it called? Automatic irrigation on my rubber plantations. And that should let me do machine steel tools, which is good. Should go like swap up a bunch of stuff really. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty worthwhile. Okay. We need a lot of explosives. That's what we need. Earnings. Wallonia, Alsace-Lorraine. All these states can do with some. We need railways in Languedoc. That's what I'm seeing right now. Okay, we're back to having a somewhat reasonable negative balance. I would like to annex India and China soon. I'm gonna start going commercialized agriculture because I want to get the industrialists to be happy so we can get Ventilate, Unify, and Beautify eventually. We're gonna need like one more thing after commercialized agriculture to actually get them happy, but this is gonna be a good start. We have a little bit of a strategy we can use to get a personal union on Spain right now. We just need to pass and cancel aligned voting. Then put the landowners, church, and PT bourgeoisie in government. Start passing agrarianism. And then this will give us an Orleans civil war. Which, we need to go to intelligentsia to be able to resign to. And then we're going to get the new monarchy journal. An event. But we don't care about that. What we care about is triggering a radical civil war now, which we're going to do by passing censorship. But first, we need to get a legitimate government like this. Pass censorship. Now we wait till the next Monday tick, but no further. Exactly on the Monday tick. Like this. Now we have our radical movement. Now what we're going to do is take the House of Bourbon. This will give us our PU on Spain. Now we're going to reduce autonomy on Catalonia. Technically I should have done that before, but it doesn't matter. We're going to grant Spain the Balearic Islands and Valencia. This will let us reduce them to Crown Land, which will stay at, even once we stop being a monarchy, it'll convert to PU. Then we're going to abdicate the throne. And why is this making 80% of landowner, Catholic Church, and industrialist pops loyalists? Not really sure. Okay, I think we're kind of fine with this clout distribution, to be honest. But we do need to make it so that it will actually pass Republic. So let's quickly just block some of the other laws I might want. And it should hopefully give me Republic now. Yes, it does. Okay. Great. As long as, yes, we kept Charles Dickens. Very good. Now, what we are going to need to do next... what do we need to do next? I don't know. Let's just unpause and see. Okay, everything looks to be going pretty well right now. Oh yes, I remember what I had to do. We need to move our capital real quick out of the states that are in revolt. So, Aquitaine. Which state's gonna have the most GDP here? Brittany. I'll move my capital to Brittany, I guess. And that should mean we're no longer failing this journal. We can just unpause now. Very good. Now my next thing is we need to try to subjugate, or we need to try to annex everything over here. That's going to start out by reducing autonomy on the Dominion of India to colony so that their states are grantable. So I'm going to grant them as much as I can. Got Joseon here. Let's quickly bring the PB as a ruler for cautious. And then annex. There we go. Nice. Now we start incorporating and suffer the consequences. Building infinite government administration time. Yeah, we have a lot of government administrations to build. Also, I should stop bolstering the labor movement. Because, yeah, we need that authority. Okay. Lots of government administrations are going to get built. That's going to be pretty nice. I should probably build Victoria Terminus and then also some railways. I don't know why the game is lagging so much right now. Okay, we can build Victoria Terminus. And then some railways in like Alsace-Lorraine, Wallonia, Auvergne Limousin and stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Great. I'm going to remove my consumption tax on transportation temporarily to bolster the Han national movement because I want to get this to a reasonable level of support for multiculturalism. Yeah. We're gonna... I need to get the church out of government, I guess. Because them being an ethno-nationalist is, like, not good. There we go, that's better. Now I'm going to do this as my government. Yeah, I'll do this as my government. And I'm going to start enacting multiculturalism. Negotiate with the PB. Political concessions. Now the church will move sides. Negotiate with the trade unions, political concessions, church. I will promise to get the... I'll vow to improve the lives of the common people. I'm pretty sure we can't do that, but we just want to get the church to support us, you know? It appears that the Han national has disappeared because I got 200 extra authority, and I was like, what? And it appears that that authority has come from my bolstering of the Han national. It's now just disappeared, which is pretty weird. I'm gonna start suppressing the liberal movement instead, I guess. Our odds aren't too bad. Just got an event that gave the liberal movement minus 25% activism, which is good. I'm slowly incorporating more of China. It is costing a lot of bureaucracy, of course, so I can't do it all at once. I mean, I can't start all at once. I'm slowly building more government administrations so that I can incorporate more of it at once. But we do just need to get the bureaucracy up. And it's kind of fine to incorporate it in stages, right? Because it's not like we're going to need to use all the construction in like all the states at once necessarily. That's pretty nice to get an extra 15% success chance. Yeah, liberal movement's going to be below 75 activism now, which is nice. Instead, we get the radical movement. Okay. I'm going to build up some more construction, because I think we're actually doing pretty good in terms of construction right now. We have so much railways we need right now. Wow. Yeah, we need a lot of railways in our country. And I guess government administration, so I can incorporate more of China and India and Southeast Asia in general. I should probably just start incorporating like this, because this way we'll be less likely to click bad states to incorporate, because really the expensive states are the worst states to incorporate. Okay, let's run negative 27k bureaucracy. It's kind of a lot, but it's fine. Okay, we can add in a new company. I'll pick up generic explosives. I think that's going to be pretty nice. I'll start privatizing my explosive factories. I should probably make sure all the PMs are right. Let's make sure all of our PMs are nice and good. Yeah. Should probably be running dynamite and stuff. Looks like, I think we're running dynamite on most of our stuff, right? Or it's about half, apparently. So yeah, we're gonna need more explosive plants, probably. Although the privatization of them, giving a little bit more throughput would help. But I think we want a little bit more anyways. And then, yeah, we're gonna want more government administrations, because we're still not quite incorporating everything. We are incorporating a lot at this point, but not quite at all. Evil Indian uprising, making 5% of my pops more radical. How dare it? It's not a huge deal, I think, but it's a little bit unfortunate. Should probably just keep building up more government administrations. Looks like we're getting kind of close to multiculturalism passing, hopefully. Which will be nice. Yeah. How's our cohesion doing in the block? Currently sitting at 46. I guess we need to improve relations with Spain. I think it's time for the last batch of incorporation. Everything is starting to be incorporated. Very good. This is gonna... You have to build up a ton more government administrations, and yeah, we're gonna have a way overtaxed capacity here, but we cannot build them up in China right now because we just don't have qualifications in China. Oh, I've run out of infamy. I guess I'll declare on like Karagway or something. I don't want to spend too much infamy because we could get multiculturalism at any moment, and that'll reduce our unrecognized infamy costs a lot. Oh yeah, I'm kind of wary of declaring a big war. We're running a kind of significant negative balance right now, but I think it's pretty runnable. Just need to like expand the paper mills to deal with all the insane amount of government administrations we had to build up. But yeah, we're incorporating all of China and India right now, which is pretty good. Multiculturalism achieved. Very nice. Now, I'd like to go total separation if possible, but unfortunately the radical movement is just in a civil war against me. I don't know what we want to do. Compulsory primary school? No, we want to make the industrialists happy, I think. Let's do commercialized agriculture. That'll get them up to plus 10 approval. Which that 20% state construction efficiency bonifier will be pretty nice. Introduce Austria to puppet. I guess I will subjugate Poland. Pick up Colonial Offices 3 instead of create a legislature again. And then, I'm gonna annex Majertine, I think. Oh, this is the subject of the Ottoman Empire. I was thinking we could use this straight connection potentially to get over to India and China. Um, I'm trying to think what we should do then. If we can't do that, I think I'm just gonna conquer, uh, Kalat. Is this a subject? No, it's not. Okay, I'm just gonna conquer Kalat. So we can get a connection over to Persia. That's gonna be pretty nice. There's a civil war going on in Sokoto. So I think what we're gonna do is declare annexed country against Sokoto. Join Sokoto. Because we can sort of just annex them for slightly cheaper infamy than normal, which will be pretty nice. And annexing Sokoto will get us a connection from Sahara to Congo area, which is going to be pretty nice. I've got so much spare bureaucracy. I shouldn't have built up so much because I forgot we were going to be getting colonial offices to save us some, but it's going to be pretty fine, I think. Just a little bit overkill. We should probably build up power plants in all of our states so I can get electric sawmills going, at least in the mainland. That's probably going to be worth it. Unfortunately, even with multiculturalism, the Forbidden City is not employing up. I think we need more acceptance. Manor House people are satisfied with their current employment. I need to like nationalize away all the buildings that are owned by people in Beijing or something. I mean, maybe I can't nationalize the subsistence farms, so not really. Yeah, we're getting kind of close to incorporating Beijing. Budget is not really too good right now. -2 million. We don't love it, but it's fine. Yeah, we don't like having 22 legitimacy either right now. Oh yeah. Why are the PB are mad because of the radical movement. I need to make the radical movement happy. Maybe universal suffrage actually is like the play here. That probably makes the most sense. Let's go universal suffrage. That should make everyone happier. Apparently the PB are still mad. Okay. But they're not quite as mad. Now I just need to... I need to hire enough PB generals that they are more clouded than the industrialists. Yeah. Okay, yeah, now we can do this government, which is a lot more legitimacy. Pretty nice. You say it's gonna go for a Guangdong click protectorate? Alright. Apparently the Dutch left the power block. The British have like so much leverage on them. Like what? 2,300? That's a lot. Oh, actually, I can get a lot more leverage on them too. Let's do this. See if it's enough to get the... Oh, they don't accept? Okay. I promise I won't... Oh, I have free trade, so I can't actually promise that. I... Oh, I'll... Do I want to owe an obligation? I really don't. Maybe I should let my cohesion go up? I mean, it's going to go up a little bit, but I don't think it's going to go up enough for this -102 to go to change by enough. I could give them investment rights in me, actually. That's fine. Yeah, okay. How's my leverage going with the Dutch now? Plus 138. I mean, that's decent. It's not quite enough. Oh, really? Okay, apparently we enforced the war goals against Sokoto in a bad order. Well, it's kind of fine. We can annex, or we can conquer Gobir and Bagirmi and create a connection. Okay. Just got my 6th company slot. Oh yeah, this is like either the oil or the motor company. But we don't have either of those ready yet. I should probably try to conquer those soon. Yeah. It's almost time for me to start conquering those. Oh, the positivist movement rose up. I don't love that, but it did happen. Okay, universal suffrage, we don't want to actually pass it, so I'm going to swap over to census suffrage before we pass it. I think our budget's like way better now because the PB are happy, giving us that -15% loan interest rate. It's not quite as good as the -20% you can get in other countries, but still pretty nice to have. I need to own more of the GDP in the Netherlands. Build up a fertilizer plant and stuff. I just want to get a little bit more GDP ownership because we're not quite at enough leverage. And just owning a little bit of their GDP should help out a lot with that. Yeah. Time to fight Russia. I'm gonna transfer Persia. I'm gonna conquer Baku. I'm gonna conquer um I'm gonna conquer Tiflis, and I think Dagestan is gonna be cheaper than like Elizabethpol, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Then I'm gonna liberate Belarus. And that's gonna be my war goals until the USA joins the war. What about my main army here? And then this army can go over here to fight in the east, I mean. And send an army over here to deal with Persia front. Mostly we just want to push over into St. Petersburg, I think. It's gonna be the best strategy. Yeah, USA's in the war. We want to conquer Michigan. Just scroll through all the states. Okay, there's Michigan for Ford. That's why we need Michigan. Okay. And then, yeah, I think we're pretty good. Oh, I have return CBs on various things. Um, should we use them? I think we probably should. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. We're gonna use them. It is what it is. Fresh Languedoc uprising. Alright, nice. No more Languedoc uprising in our way. Um, oh, we need to join India here. Um, force what do we want to do? I do not know. Okay. Transfer Padokotai from them. I don't know if I want to just back down in this war, because transfer Siam to India would be kind of nice. But also, like, do I want to fight this war? Not really. I can call the Netherlands. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, that's going to be useful to call the Netherlands against Britain. No, this war is just not worth fighting with Britain. We're going to get too much occupation on us, I think. Yeah, and now I can use these 9 troops to deal with this uprising in Africa. Okay, I think that's better. I'm gonna invite the Netherlands to the block, and then I think I can like subjugate someone. Probably let's do Argentina. Oh, Charles Dickens got replaced. This is sad. Very sad. Can we get a cautious leader to our industrialists? No. How about the petite bourgeoisie? Please give me a cautious. No, no cautious. Are you cautious? Are you cautious? Are you cautious? How about trade unionists? Maybe we can get a cautious them? No. I guess we have 50 infamy, so we don't need to worry about this for too long. Or we need to worry. We've got plenty of time to worry about this. Oh, let's not pass census suffrage. No, let's not do that. Wealth voting? Here we go. Let's not doesn't make the industrialists happy enough, apparently. What would make the industrialists happy enough? Commercialized agriculture would, I think. Just barely get them to +10. Oh, we're illegitimate? Huh. Okay, I'll do this. Commercialized agriculture. I'm gonna sign a treaty with Brazil, because I do want to get some leverage on Brazil. Try and get them in the block. Yeah, because they are pretty big. We can subjugate Brazil, that would be pretty nice. Okay, well, we already capped out the USA. I should have started incorporating Michigan. But now we can cap out Russia. They don't actually quite... Oh, we can give them French Kyrgyzia. I really don't think we care about Kyrgyzia. Yeah, we can give them Kyrgyzia to just end the war. And yeah, that's pretty nice. We should have a lot more convoys now. Because now we have to use like 1, 2, 3 sea nodes right now. And once we subjugate Ukraine, only 1. So it's significantly cheaper convoy cost, which is pretty nice. Spain is not reducing in Liberty Czar. I'm going to exempt them from service and reduce subject payments to try to get their Liberty Desire down. Yeah, we need to get their Liberty Desire down. Portugal's communist now. Interesting. Apparently I'm gonna get cooed, which is pretty unfortunate. I don't think there's really anything I can do about this, though. I think it's not actually that bad. I think I actually like censorship over rights of assembly, kind of. So it's good in that way. Let's get Belarus into the bloc. Yeah. I think I'm gonna manually have to declare a bunch of protectorate wars for a lot of this stuff that's remaining at this point to get it in Central Europe. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get censorship. And it's pretty legitimate because of the like huge legitimacy bonus a coup gives, plus 50. It's gonna go away over time though, so it's gonna go to like 0 legitimacy eventually, but for now it's pretty nice. There's a civil war going on in Ukraine, that's pretty nice. I can use that to flip Ukraine's attitude, I guess. I mean, we can't just support the revolt, which it looks like we can't. So yeah, let's just join Ukraine to try to flip their attitude. And then with Ukraine's attitude flipped, we can potentially get them in the bloc. Although I'm not super certain about getting Ukraine in the bloc, because Russia does have a lot of leverage on them. Training towards plus 17, which is not great. We cannot be letting this radical movement civil war us. I'll pass census suffrage to try to make everyone happy and prevent a civil war. The reason I want to prevent a civil war is because Paris Commune, by the way. For some reason, it thinks we got defeated in a war. I think that's because I gave up French Kyrgyzia in the Russia war. I think I should get Hungary in the bloc. Yeah, they're going to be worth it, I think. Hungary would be nice to have. It's a lot of states we can annex, and I think they've got pretty decent resources. Unfortunately, they did lose Transylvania, which does have a lot of the best stuff, I think. I'm going to invite Brazil to the power bloc. Dutch Senegal, we have low relations with. I need to get my relations up with people so I can get my cohesion up. Yeah, we're currently taking -10 cohesion from relations, which is pretty unfortunate. Because we do really need all that cohesion right now. Yeah. -10 infamy, please, Japan? That would be appreciated if you could give me -10 infamy. Please, Japan? Yes, they accept. Nice. I'm trying to get 50 cohesion. I want to invite like Belarus my bloc, but I'm kind of scared about what that'll do to my cohesion. I'm about to put a subjugate Netherlands, I think. Well, it could be a year away. I don't really know. Russian radical revolt? Is there any chance we can subjugate this? I think there is. Oh no, recent coup is still going on though, so probably not, right? Oh, we have truce with Russia. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Cohesion in the bloc is not doing too well, so I'm gonna build up some boats, because that'll give me more prestige. Should help with bloc cohesion a good amount. I don't know how much, but I think it'll help. So I'm gonna do it. We need like 4 max promoted admirals for this navy. And then that should help us out a little bit with cohesion, hopefully. Oh, I invested too much in Brazil and now it's a major power. I gotta remove my investment rights in Brazil, so hopefully it'll drop back down. We can finally subjugate the Netherlands, which is pretty nice. Currently trending towards 59 cohesion. I guess that means we can invite... Oh, I need cohesion to be able to invite these people. Okay, unfortunately. I should have done that in the different order, yeah. Can we get Baden as a subject this time? They think we don't make a meaningful difference. Previous queue is over, and now we get to immediately get like a new one. We got like no legitimate governments. It's unfortunate that the monument in Beijing is not quite working. Oh, wait, Baden thinks that we can support them now? Okay, well, we're gonna support them then. That's gonna be pretty nice. Yeah, not have to waste cohesion on that, subjugating them. Just got macroeconomics, so now I'm headed towards combustion, or sorry, compression ignition, cutting combustion engine on the way. We don't want to actually pass wealth voting. That's I'm pretty sure about. Maybe we want to change governments to this. Probably. First, we should check if we have any PB cautious characters we could get. That would be nice if we have any. Like we don't, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's gonna be significantly more legitimate. Although, I don't know how useful that legitimacy will be, but we're gonna do it anyway. Really like to go like total separation or something. I don't know. We need something to be able to employ the Forbidden City. I think the pops are like not accepted enough, and so they're not getting qualifications. I don't really know. We're just like not gaining bureaucrat qualifications nearly fast enough. Or is it bureaucrat qualification? What are we actually lacking? Clergymen? What do we need for clergyman qualifications? And we're getting a decent amount of them. Maybe I should just build up a university here. Yeah, I'm gonna build up a 50 stack uni to help out with qualifications. I'm gonna invite Belarus to the block. They decline. Okay, I will give them trade privileges and an obligation. Or no, I think actually an obligation makes it like delayed join. Okay, I'll just... Oh, they don't care about an obligation through that screen. Okay, I'll just give them military access or military assistance, I guess, to get them in. Yeah. Yeah, let's get Hungary in the block as well. Give them transit rights in exchange for it. Then I'm gonna subjugate Portugal. Once we get Hungary and Belarus subjugated, I think it's gonna be time to form Central Europe. In the meantime, we're gonna want to try to protectorate a lot of these remaining countries in Germany. I think that's gonna be a pretty good spending of infamy. Yeah. I'm gonna start reducing autonomy on some people, like Papal States. I think Papal States is good. Pomerania, sure. Should leave me 28 states out of 35. 31 with Netherlands, 33 with Sardinia Piedmont, and then 35 with Baden-Württemberg. So yeah, we have enough states to form Central Europe if we reduce autonomy on our subjects right now. The giant radical movement is very giant. I guess I need to pass something to appease the radical movement. Don't really know what that something should be. I just need to keep I guess I just need to keep cycling between like the three voting laws. It doesn't seem like there's really anything else we can do. Okay, apparently not all of them are on cooldown. Okay, not for too long, but they are all on cooldown for a tiny bit longer. I'm gonna go to secular administration so that hopefully some of the clergymen can filter into the Forbidden City. Because I would really, really appreciate that 20 legitimacy. Yeah, that would be really useful. Yeah. I guess we are out of bureaucrats as well. Maybe I should just delete some of the government administrations here. I don't know. Forbidden City is at least getting a little bit of employment. Yeah, I'm gonna delete half of the government administration here just so that we can actually employ Forbidden City. I'm gonna protectorate and join on their side in a civil war because they're not gonna be willing to just give me a subject, but we can just do that and it's gonna be pretty nice. I need to start working my way towards subjugating more of Germany so that I can form Central Europe and annex it all, or most of it at least. Kinda crazy that the East India Company has 128 million GDP just in West Bengal. Nice to actually have Forbidden City employed finally. Gives me a little bit more room to work with on legitimacy. Okay, we can invite Ukraine to the block. Probably the subjugation of Ukraine is going to be the very last thing we do before we form Central Europe. So that's going to mean like 1904. Britain's trying to conquer stuff from India. We don't love that very much. Well, we'll just join India. Maybe we should just back down, to be honest. I mean, Marwar is kind of significant. Maybe we shouldn't. Eh. Britain does not have that much territory overseas anymore at this point, really, so maybe we don't really have that much to worry about. Yeah, they basically have nothing, to be honest, so I'm not actually that scared of Britain at this point. Yeah, I shouldn't be too scared of Britain. They don't have that many colonies that can stop me. I'm invading London. We should be able to get into London and then beat the UK that way. Or really, we probably just want a white piece. I don't know if this war's even worth fighting. It probably isn't worth fighting. Yeah, this war is just not worth fighting, to be honest. I should just capitulate. Yeah, we're gonna get occupied in the east, and that's not gonna be good. I should just capitulate. I'm gonna join against Brazil here. Oh, if I do, I break the treaties. It's fine, though. The treaties are not binding, so we can Break the treaties, it's fine. We can get infamy or anything, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, we're just gonna stop Brazil. Hopefully we don't lose so much leverage on Brazil that they leave the bloc, because I would still like to subjugate them a lot. And I'm hoping this war will let us get them out of being unrecognized or being a minor or major power so that we can subjugate them. That would be nice. Dang, the drop off in leverage is quick. They're already out. That's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, not much we can really do about that. Kind of want to reduce autonomy on some people, but also I kind of don't. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try to trigger a civil war because we've got too much radicals and they're kind of a problem. So I'm gonna go for isolationism, and that should trigger an Orleanist civil war. Um, hmm. Yeah, I think that's a civil war we can handle. It's not like that big. It's not getting any of our Chinese stuff. It's just getting like half of France, or like a bit over half of France, but we will have everything elsewhere. I just need to like build up army, and then we should be able to win the civil war pretty easily. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in my ability to fight this civil war. We just need to build up army in Western France, and then we should be able to be victorious. And fighting with this civil war should be pretty good for dealing with our radicalism problems. To puppet the Netherlands, and I think I should puppet some more countries. Probably like Peru, or no, they're not quite low enough liberties area right now. I did subjugate Hungary. Pretty soon I'm going to subjugate Belarus, and then Ukraine afterwards. I'm also slowly subjugating all these countries in Germany just with wars. Yeah, we should be done with Germany kind of soon. We still got a decent amount of countries to subjugate, especially if we want to get Hanover. Yeah, I don't know. So Lucca. I did subjugate Parma. But yeah, we do have to worry about Lucca. Next week, or next tick of the revolt, we might get it. Depends on if we get an event we can get +10 support with. All my armies are like stuck in Ecuador. I need to get military access through Ecuador or something. I can't get military access through Ecuador for some reason. Okay, what if I ally Ecuador? Does that give me military access through Ecuador so they can evacuate my troops from Ecuador? Okay, revolt has happened as I planned. And yeah, that does lower our GDP by like 1 billion, but it's fine. It is kind of to be expected in a revolt. Yeah. Clearing out our radicalism is going to be really nice because I think one of our big problems right now is that we're having, yeah, obstinance, which is kind of killing our education institution in China, which is kind of a big problem. We're trying to get qualifications and stuff there. I wish my armies had more org. That would make this civil war probably a lot faster. As our armies are regaining org, we are definitely going to be winning this war. Our balance is not at all good right now, but that's just what it is, because we have super high steel prices right now because of this war. So yeah, we need to defeat the civil war quickly as possible. Why are we not getting occupation in Alsace-Lorraine? Okay, we did. Good. We're slowly capitulating it. We're really not that slowly. Yeah, I should maybe set some strategic objectives. I think that would help. I'm gonna do one in like Rhone, one in Burgundy, one in Lorraine, something like that. I like have to pause construction or else we're going to go bankrupt, which is not ideal. The Civil War is over. That's very good. Let's stop passing isolationism because it's not actually a good law. Oh, we kind of killed our industrialists there, which is not really ideal, but I guess it's fine. Yeah, it's pretty fine. Can we get a cautious, please? That would be nice if we could get a cautious. No, no cautiouses. Okay. Hopefully the Han National Movement's going to go below 50% activism. And that's going to be very good to get rid of that huge minuses to tax collection and impact of institutions that are really just ruining our ability to run a good economy. Okay, let's unpause construction. And yeah. We did not end up really losing any money from that civil war, so that's good. Construction costs are gonna go way up. Yeah, 15. I feel like we were not this like poor before. Am I crazy? Let's put on some consumption taxes, I guess. Cause yeah, we're gonna need a lot of money. Hmm. We need to like demobilize. Yeah, let's demobilize some of our armies. Don't need this many. What is this civil war? Oh, it's the East Indies. Okay. Oh, the revolt's right there. All right. Yeah, we really need to have all this stuff then seceded, go back to having like normal PMs. Hopefully it can be fine again. Hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna start deleting government administrations from areas that have lots of taxation capacity and don't need it, and start rebuilding it in China and stuff because yeah, we do not need so much bureaucracy in all of our states over in France. But what we do need bureaucracy in is China, because China has a lot of people and they need to be taxed. They need lots of taxation. We're about to incorporate China. It's like a year away for some of it. Oh, we can subjugate Ukraine. Nice. Maybe it's time. No, actually, I want to wait 6 months so we can incorporate Baku and establish Brennabel because I want to grant states over to Persia and stuff. So we're gonna need to wait for Brennabel to incorporate because I don't want to have to wait another 15 years for Brennabel to incorporate. So in that meantime, I guess I can declare like one more war. We'll do Brunswick. Get them as a protectorate. Durowi Campania moved to Inner Mauritania. It's using up so much infrastructure, it's ridiculous. Hmm. That's so... I don't know what to do. I've never seen this event before. The Grande Rue de Paris. This to celebrate the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th. A massive Ferris wheel has been constructed in Nantes. Interesting. It gives us 5 legitimacy. It also gives us Gustave Eiffel, even though I already built the Eiffel Tower like forever ago. Gustave Eiffel. Where is he? Is he the leader of the industrialists or something? He is. He's an Orleanist. Interesting. What do we want to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to subjugate Lucca so we can get all of Italy. This is going to be, I think, the final war. That is before we form Central Europe. Oh, dang. Apparently Michigan was part of the revolt. I did not notice that. Okay. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. Hmm. Yeah. Don't love to see that. Okay, what that's gonna mean is that we're gonna want to just go with like we can go with the company from Sardinia Piedmont. Yeah, that's gonna be our best bet, probably. Okay. We should have Brannabel, because Baku did just finish incorporating. So let's get Brannabel. Brannabel somewhere. Is there actually no oil here? Oh, no, there is oil. Okay, I guess I have to spend 10 weeks building oil, so that means I guess I can actually declare one more war. Okay, we'll get Mecklenburg-Strelitz. Yeah. This 25% migration attraction, kind of nice. It's not that important, but I mean, it's better than not having it, I guess. There's Brannabel. Can establish it. All right. Yeah, let's scroll up. Give Brannabel a monopoly on oil rigs. Also give it power plants, which I will start privatizing. Okay, it's time to start reducing people's autonomy a lot. Start out with Hungary, puppet. Poland, puppet. Belarus. And yeah, I'm just gonna do this with everyone, pretty much. Unfortunately, I messed up, because Saxe-Coburg-Gotha is surrounded entirely by countries that is their capitals. So I can't grant it anything. I should have granted it stuff first, but yeah, a little bit of a mistake there. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Okay, granted all the states over to various countries, like Schwarzburg got Persia, Lucca got Spain. And so we can now form Central Europe. Take French as a primary culture. Yeah, we're now gray, which is kind of lame. Don't like being gray, but that is our color now, unfortunately. Um, Maybe we should try to become the unholy Roman Empire. I actually don't know if unholy Roman Empire or technocracy, pan-European technate would have more preference by the game. I don't know. We just got 3 new companies added that we're gonna immediately disband because they're bad. And then I am gonna put on the company. Interesting we get this Dutch company. It's interesting. I don't know about how good colony growth speed is as a modifier. It's kind of a decent one to have for a little bit, I feel like. Let's give this motor and automotive industries. Now, I assume our name, it's going to change from French Republic to, yeah, Pan-European Technate. Interesting that our government type is staying, what's it called? Yeah, it's very interesting that our government type is staying Third Republic. At least it did stay Third Republic over that Monday tick. Because Third Republic is a France exclusive thing that lets you do parliamentary republic with technocracy. Did they actually make that stay even if you form Central Europe? That would be pretty surprising. I think we can make Breton obsessed with fine art. I hate fine art obsession, but I think it's worth it. Because, yeah, it's just Breton. We don't really care about Breton as a primary culture. Or as a culture. It's not even a primary culture. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Can we get status of the vernacular? We can. Maybe I should do status of the vernacular. That would let us get more primary cultures. I don't know that it really matters, though. I think it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Now I'm going to start incorporating all of this territory, because a lot of it got unincorporated while doing Grant State stuff. Got strike. I'm gonna promise them wage subsidies. I mean, not regulatory bodies, I mean. Let's bring in the trade unions to government. And then start passing regulatory bodies. Yeah. Gotta get the 20% manufacturing throughput. 10% workforce ratio would be nice too, but don't think we can really get that. It does look like Third Republic is staying. Yeah, it's been like a year or something at this point. It's still here, so that probably means that it's gonna stay long term. Which, yeah, that's definitely not what I thought. I guess I should have expected this, or should I have? I'm trying to think if the Scandinavia one, or like the Sweden one, explicitly says that it stays for Scandinavia. Yeah, the Swedish one just said Swedish primary culture, so that would apply to Scandinavia, but this one says France in the wiki, but apparently it works for, um, yeah, anything. I guess it's because, like, the amount of times France has been a republic is probably, like, a stored variable somewhere so that you can get second, third, and fourth republic. So that's probably why it can keep it between country formables or something. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna stop wasting some of my authority on consumption taxes because, yeah, we're running a pretty big authority deficit, which is gonna hurt interest group approval. So I don't want to do that. See, having negative interest group approval is not very good. I could get 3 appeasement on my industrialists. That'd be pretty nice. Maybe I should, like, declare war on Russia right now. I mean, it could make some sense. Sure, sure. Let's liberate Siberia from Russia. USA might get involved, but that's fine. Or we can let them back down, actually. That's fine with us. Okay, they don't back down. Um, hmm. I'll just, like, liberate Lithuania, liberate Circassia, liberate Kazakhstan. I think these are reasonable war goals. There's a good chance that they just back down and give us Siberia, but that would be completely fine with me. Yeah. I'm bringing the armed forces in government so I can negotiate with them, because I think that's going to help out a lot with this law. 14.7 SOL. Actually, we can probably reach that. Negative 7% bureaucracy is like nothing. Yeah, we're fine to run negative 7% bureaucracy. Should expand up a lot of government administrations. We are not actually using our construction to its fullest right now, so yeah. Spamming up a bunch of government administrations seems pretty reasonable. So Kaiser Forum, 40,000 is a lot of construction. We are really bottlenecked on qualifications. Wow. Um, hmm. Yeah, that's a big problem. I guess I just need more universities. Yeah. I've been spamming universities. Wait, I thought I was spamming universities. Okay, apparently I wasn't. I thought, yeah, we need to build up universities in China. They're gonna help out a lot, I think. Like a few 100% qualifications everywhere. That'll be pretty useful. I just got compression ignition, so that's gonna be pretty good. I should probably turn on the better oil PM. That'll be useful, but also let's turn on all the uses of oil. So our oil price is gonna go pretty high, except it's not actually, because it's not even in shortage right now. Or it is actually barely. No, it's not. It's just a monopoly that's at 75% price. Okay, yeah. We definitely want to build up all the oil we can now, because we have a good amount of demand for it. Yeah. Now, kind of want to go up to. I'm going to go up to Education 3. Thinking this might help me a little bit in my hopes of getting China to be incorporated. Not being incorporated, have literacy, because, yeah, with this super low literacy, we have big qualifications problems in China. So maybe level 3 education will help out a little bit with that. Okay, we passed regulatory bodies, so we have averted the strike. This is the nice thing about not passing regulatory bodies earlier, although it is nice to have to get a little bit more pop growth earlier. It does mean you can't do this as easily. It's nice to stop the strikes when they happen. GDP growth has been really good as of recently. Since we formed Central Europe, you can see it's kind of been pretty straight up. We're getting pretty close to finishing this war with Russia. Yep, there we go. We can now finish up the peace deal with Russia. Now Russia's balkanized quite a bit. They're gonna drop down to being a minor power now. Interesting. Could maybe subjugate Russia. Oh, Kazakhstan formed Turkestan. Interesting. Well, I'm interested how they got Uzbeki. I don't think that's normally part of the Kazakhstan releasable. I'm gonna annex the Dominion of India. It's pretty cheap. They decline. How dare they? This will give me a good amount of subjects. And all these subjects will give us a lot of authority, which is pretty nice. And it's like 200 million GDP. The state is so much GDP, it's ridiculous. We've hit 6 million or 6 billion GDP. I think we need to disband the food company. We don't need much more. I mean, we kind of need more pops. Maybe we should keep the food company, but I kind of want to dismantle it because I want to replace it. Getting 1.7. I mean, it's not going to make that big of a difference. I'm just going to dismantle the food company now because since we don't have Ford, and we're not going to get Ford, I think. Yeah, it's 8 more years to incorporate Michigan. I need to go for a company that will give us rubber. Do I want power? I mean, do I want electrics industries? This is an interesting question. I almost actively don't want them. Yeah, okay. I think I'm actually gonna go with company. No, I'm gonna go with generic forestries as my wood or as my rubber company. Yeah, you could definitely make an argument for the electronics company, or even a company do Congo for the railways. But I don't want that prosperity bonus. So I'm gonna pick up generic forestries to get some rubber. 'Cause yeah, we definitely really want to get rubber, having that company throughput bonus. Thinking about the rubber has made me maybe reconsider my hatred of F Xiao. I kind of hate F Xiao, but maybe I need to stop hating F Xiao because it's 20% throughput on rubber, isn't it? Which is kind of nice. Yeah, maybe I need to stop hating F Xiao, to be honest. It's probably a good 7th company slot in instead of food for the very end game. Annex, Dominion of India? I better give me the subjects. Yeah, okay, it does. That gives me a good amount of authority, which is pretty nice. I don't actually know where I should use the authority. I think I want to use some encourage resource industry decrees, but I don't know which of our states have the best resources. I'm really not sure which of our states are the best. Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty tough to decide. I'm gonna try to start cleaning up our borders here in Germany, because I hate them. We gotta clean up all these countries here. Probably will have to protectorate Hanover. So much of the world's resources are within either the US or Russia in this game. Like, I can feel my resources running out, and we're only at, like 7 billion GDP. Yeah, it's just so much of the world's resources within Russia and, what's it called? The USA, which are, not territories we control. To be fair, actually, some of these don't have enough qualifications, so that is part of it. Yeah, we do need more qualifications for some of it, but I don't think that that's like a. Actually, I guess I can try to check. I don't know if there's an easy way to see like proportions, but I can just like look through and see what percentage of the buildings see. I mean, it looks like 80% are fully employed, I would say. Maybe not. Maybe like 70%. Maybe 60%. I don't know. That's actually not that good. Hmm. Well, you can see why this run is doomed to not hit like the highs of like 15 billion GDP of the Russia run and stuff. It's because we have terrible qualifications and we don't have good states for resources. Like plus 34% lead price. I've built like all the lead I can possibly build. You see, the lead isn't even one of the resources shown here because I built literally all of the lead I can possibly build in the world. And so yeah, that is a bit of a problem for us. Uh, and same thing goes with iron pretty much. It's not quite as bad yet, but iron is long term going to be basically just as big of a problem. Russia just has so much iron, as well as like the United States with iron and lead and stuff. It's so much. Um, so yeah, really, just kind of unfortunate. So, anyways, to hit like 8 billion GDP, which I want to hit, we have enough GDP in the block. We kind of just need to like do some stuff with their block. Also, I did subjugate Hanover and stuff, so it's just kind of these countries in the north that we don't have subjugated. What I'm thinking we do is reduce autonomy on Cuba, grant Pan-European West Indies to Venezuela, and then I think I want to grant everything to Canada, even though they are really disloyal. I think that they're going to be the best option because I think their capital is best. Or actually, their capital is only 18 million GDP. Oh, Mexico is actually more. But what about Maritimes? Yeah, even if you include Maritimes, actually Mexico is better. And Mexico is more loyal, I think. So I should do Mexico. Okay. Okay, apparently there's actually like no sea connection between Cuba and Venezuela here. It really would have been nice to have like Colombia as a subject or something. Oh, actually maybe I can like trade for this state. Hmm. I mean, even if I trade for this state, I don't know if that gives us any good connection. Unless I can also trade for like this from Britain. Maybe I can actually do that. Hmm. Oh no. I need like two states from Brazil. I might be able to get that actually though. Let's see. Like, Anticoya is 100. Panama is 100. Okay. Yeah, we can maybe buy this. 7,500. And then we'd give them like a goods transfer for something. They want some ironclads. That's a little bit. Is there any good that they want to give me a lot of? Hmm. Trying to think what they would want to give me. Rubber. Hmm. What would they want me to give them? Okay, we don't actually need Panama. Anticoya is enough to go from Mexico to down here. So we're gonna do that. Deal. And see that we can grant that. Now I'm gonna buy another state. I want to buy. What's it called? Guavire. Guavire. Guavire should be in this list, right? Am I crazy? Wait, no. I need Cundinamarca first. Okay, let's buy Cundinamarca. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a little tough, but we should better buy Cundinamarca. Now, can I buy Guavire? There it is. Oh, it's 200. That's actually going to be kind of hard to reach. But I really want Guavire, so I'm going to try my best to reach it. That's for sure. Fabric, fruit. Oh, they have this still capped at 50? Interesting. I kind of figured that would not be capped at 50 anymore. 7,500. And then, can we give them any states that they want? Let me just look through. Guyana? I think I'm very willing to give them Guyana. Okay, let's do this. Or did I give them money? Yeah, I did. I guess we can give them goods. Give them fine art. Check what's the most acceptance. Okay, plus 10. Go with the plus 10. And then let's do, oh no, we can't do no subventions, no tariffs. So yeah, this is going to be our best treaty that we can offer. This will give us a connection down to Peru, which is what we're looking for with this treaty. Please, Brazil, accept my treaty. Yes, perfection. Amazing. Okay, we want to get Venezuela reduced to puppet, then Peru, and then so on and so on, till we eventually feed everything to Mexico. For some reason, Mexico's aloof. We don't like Mexico being aloof. We definitely would prefer it if Mexico would stop being aloof and would start being loyal. Because I do not want to have to fight a war over this. Please, okay. Oh, what, they just flipped loyal? We love to see it. I have no idea what causes the attitude swaps for subjects. It's really weird. Maybe there's just like a % chance every time you grant them a state. I don't know. Okay, surely we can annex Mexico. 75% chance. Come on, Mexico. You know you want to get annexed. You know. Why would you not want to get annexed? The Pan-European Technate is such a great place, so you should just like really... Yes, thank you for your cooperation with the Pan-European Technate. Your cooperation is very much appreciated. Well, I think that's where I'm ending off the run. Yeah, we hit 8 billion GDP. Just hit it. Budget's really not that bad. I did go down to high taxes to try to get some more SOL because I was kind of struggling to hit 8 billion GDP. We could easily run very high taxes and not even really be in a negative balance right now. If we wanted to push it further, we would probably have to go cooperative ownership because we're getting pretty close to the 1,000 building cap for the private investment pool. This run was pretty interesting. I think the big thing I learned from this run is you should probably delete a lot more of the French starting army than I did. Also, we learned that we can get the Subjugated to Spain. That was interesting that ended up happening. I think it's very RNG. You can see we got quite a few Han pops over here in a couple various states in France. We did get multiculturalism pretty late on the back of like getting slavery banned late as well. That definitely could be improved. Having the giant rural folk from universal suffrage did not make banning slavery too easy, unfortunately. It would be very nice if the rural folk would support banning slavery, but unfortunately they don't, which does make things a little bit tougher. Oh, there's some state that's Min as well. Interesting. And some states that are various Indian cultures, of course. Yeah, we got around 70,000 construction, which we can run. The game is so laggy with this much construction. I think for my next great power run, I want to do USA. Because, yeah, conquering the world is kind of interesting, but also I want to try another tall run. And, USA is always the target for that. So I think I want to try USA. Even though I did play them kind of recently, I do kind of want to play them again. Oh, also I should... Really? Has it not been... Really? We're still not at 5 years for Slovakia? I'm going to count them in the thumbnail, because, I mean, we're so close to me to subjugate them. Yeah, we're at 8 billion GDP. Yeah, I think this run is pretty solid. Definitely should have deleted more of the starting army, though, because it costs so much, and it really weakens your ability to do construction at the start. And we didn't get that much value out of it. You only need to not want to use it for the next, like, 3 years for it to be efficient to delete it. Anyways, yeah, that is where I'm going to end off the video, so goodbye!